A bountiful and articulate salutations to you who have made this segment a necessary one in your life. Today too, I deem it great and expedient to come your way with this short message. The name still remains Prophet Opatafuor. You can go on our social media handles, that is on Facebook, to give us a thumbs up subscription, and then on YouTube too, you can as well do subscribe to the channel, so that in case when we upload any new video, you'll be the first person to get it. So kindly stay tuned. Share this video with a lot of people, whatever means to which you will use in getting access to this video, either through our social media handles. You can share it with somebody, or when you're watching me live on Opatafuor TV, you can as well phone people to come and then watch this interesting segment. Today we are talking about transcending adversities, triumphing over the adversities from the malevolent forces as a default disciple of our wonderful Jesus Christ. You know very well that in the face or in the realm of faith, believers often encounters a daunting spiritual attacks, which tends to test the very core of their conviction. These adversities, characterized by malevolent forces seeking to undermine the spiritual growth of an individual and the connection with you and your divine. Overcoming such adversities in life requires a profound understanding of the intricate dynamics at play. One thing that you have to understand is that the devil came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So whatever schemes and manipulations that he will use to become successful are these four primary objectives of the devil. He always seeks to deploy such schemes. There are so many people in our society who has encountered diverse forms of attacks in their life. To some of them, they were able to conquer the shackles of the evil one and broke through in life. And some of them, they couldn't make it when they had encounter with such adversities in life. One thing that you have to understand is that in the realm of faith, for you to be able to stand on the face of adversity, you need that discernment of spirit. Yes, that discernment of spirit, that intellectual acuity, for you to be able to realize certain instances and situations that we encounter, for you to be able to note down that this happenings in our life, or your life is a spiritual one, or is highly susceptible to paranormal. You need that discernment of spirit and an intellectual acuity for you to be able to realize the meanings of certain happenings in our life. When we read very well through the scriptures, Bible says that we do not wrestle against the flesh and blood, which necessarily means that the believer is exposed to whatever danger that comes from the powers of darkness. So we should get ourselves prepared in the realms of the spirit, so that any time that the devil launches an attack against us, we might be able to stand the face of this adversity. Many have given up and many have lost the battle because they were not prepared. And the Bible says that the devil always comes at night. He always steps in when we are unaware, when we are not expecting him to launch an attack. This is where the devil steps in. So as a believer, as a Christian, we need to get ourselves prepared in any moment in time of our life. We should prepare ourselves emotionally, intellectually, physically, spiritually. These are the four sectors that as a believer you need to prepare yourself, because we are dealing with an unseen forces from a higher realm a realm that we cannot perceive with our spiritual eyes. This is the realm that we are dealing with. We can only stand in the face of these evil ones when we are spiritually prepared, intellectually, when we are prepared. When Jesus had an encounter with the devil in the Matthew chapter 4 verse 1, that was when he had gone to the desert to be tested by the Spirit. Hadn't been the intellectual ability of these wonderful Jesus, the devil would have won him. Why? Because Jesus was well sophisticated, highly endowed with faculties that are more receptive in understanding the mysteries of life. That is the main reason why that when the devil launches an attack, thereby quoting quotations, let's assume that Jesus never had any knowledge in scriptures. Just guess what would have happened to Jesus. If not the help with the profound and in-depth knowledge that Jesus had in scriptures. So when the devil quoted quotation, he also quoted quotation just to battle whatever or counter whatever that the devil was saying. So as a believer, we need that intellectual capacity, that intellectual acuity, that discernment of spirit. We need it. Hadn't been that capacity, that office, Jesus would have fallen a prey. He would have fallen a victim of circumstances. He would have fallen into the hands of these malevolent forces. We need to get ourselves prepared. Overcoming such adversities, and it comes in various forms. There are so many attacks that the devil prepares in the realms of the spirit. We do not wrestle against the flesh and the blood. We wrestle against principalities, demons, the powers of darkness, the wicked forces in the realms of the spirit, who kill, who destroy, who steals. There are so many of us. The devil has waged war against us, and the devil has prevailed over us. When you read Daniel chapter 10, verse 12 down to 13, Bible says that when an angel appeared to our wonderful prophet Daniel, he disclosed to Daniel that when Daniel had fasted 21 days, on the very day that he set himself apart, requiring the Lord to bless him and reveal certain secret to him, that was the very day that his prayer request was granted. But when this angel was dispatched to bring the response of Daniel's prayer, he was arrested and negated by these principalities of Persia for 21 days. Hadn't been the discernment that Daniel had as his possession, he was able to discern that after fasting for 21 days, there should be a response to whatever that I inquire of the Lord. There should be a response to it. So since after 21 days and he had no results, no angel appeared to him, he realized that he needs to put in maximum effort and pray harder than the earlier prayers that he uttered. He never gave up. He continued praying harder than his earlier version. So Daniel engaged in a battle with the demons, telling the Spirit of God that any evil and demons holding his answers to his prayers should be negated by divine authority. And when heavens heard these prayers of Daniel, God sent an angel, Michael, to go and see what exactly that is going on, because for the past 21 days that we sent angel Gabriel, he has never returned. And when the angel of God started tracing the footprint of Angel Gabriel. He later found him in the cells of these Persian angels, Persian principalities, Persian demons. The same thing also implies to some of we believers here on earth. The response to our affable prayers has been held captive in the realms of the spirit. We have satanic and demonic spiritual highways, demonic custom officers in the realms of the spirit who intercept the answers of prayers. Demonic custom officers in the realms of the spirit who intercept response to people's prayer. That's exactly what happens to the time of Daniel. The response to Daniel's prayer was held captive for 21 days. Had it been the spiritual discernment and an intellectual acuity of this capable, wonderful man, he would have been deprived of from whatever blessing that the Lord intended to bestow upon Daniel. The same thing can also happen to us. Sometimes we pray, keep on praying, and we feel that God has turned a deaf ear to our prayers, but not knowing that God has heard your prayers and has dispatched an angel to bring response to the prayer. Whatever enquiries or whatever that you demand the Spirit of the Lord to do for you, God has dispatched angels to bring response to your prayer. But because of the evil forces, demons and principalities that we are dealing with from a higher frequency in the realms of the spirit, which is not permitted for man to access such level of spirituality with the physical eyes, it takes only the discernment of spirit. It takes only the divine spirit to reveal certain mysteries, certain things that has upper hand in your life. It takes only the divine to reveal certain secret to you. God has responded to your prayer, but it's like the answers to your prayer has been intercepted in the realms of the spirit. So there has been some sort of delayment. Tactically, there's a delay to your prayers. The reason why most people feel God is not real, it's because they have not come to a level to understand the intricate tapestry of the spiritual existence and how the spiritual world works. They have not come to a level to understand how the spiritual realm works, how the things of the spirit works. They have not come to such level in the society to understand it. So they think God is not real because they believed God is real in the early beginnings of their life. They went to church, prayed to God, and yet they never experienced any response to their prayer. So within their heart, they have ingrained deeply in there that God doesn't exist. My dear, God really exists, but it's just that what we are dealing with is not flesh and blood. It's not lesser demons. We are dealing with higher powers. The Greek will tell you that you are dealing with cosmogratropas, pneumatica pneumonia spirits, the archers and the exousiasts in the realms. These are the sort of principalities that we are dealing with. These are the sort of demons, principalities that we are dealing with. The recent happenings in your life is not of reality. It's not normal. There's an evil spirit hiding behind scenes, propelling such incidents to happen in your life. This is a satanic orchestration. You need to sit down and give whatever that is happening in your life a second thought. It is your ability to understand that we are not dealing with the flesh and blood. We are dealing with evil spirit. The recent downplay in your children's academic performance, it's not normal. Because the devil would love and wish to temper with the brilliancy and intelligence of smart children. Bible says that When Jesus was born, the devil had something in his heart, and he realized that there has been some sort of a brilliant and intelligent child that has been brought to here on earth. So he invaded the then king at that time, and the king instructed, Herod instructed, to assassinate all male-born children as at that time. Whatever that happened, the assassination or the exterminating of those newborn babies was not done in the capacity of Herod. But such event, such orchestration happened because the devil was hiding behind scenes, agitating and inciting Herod to take such evil decisions and steps in life. So you can see very well that the devil detests brilliant and intelligent children. Once you see that the intellectual capacity or the academic performance of your child keeps on diminishing, it's a sign that there had been an attack that has been launched against that child. There are so many children that when you teach them, if you're a teacher, you attest to what I'm saying. There are so many teachers that when you teach them, you can see very clearly that this child has really understood whatever that you've taught them. But let for you to set an example for these children, and the performance of these very children will be so painful and highly unprecedented. Why? It's because there was an attack in the realms of the spirit. Most of the times, brilliant people, intelligent people, when you set questions before them, they tend to fail. Why? Because sometimes when they are seated behind the paper, the devil tends to launch an attack of intimidation, an attack of fear. So Lamentations 2:19 says that as a parent, you need to rise up at night when your child is asleep and intercede. You are the intercessor of your children. You need to intercede on the behalf of your children through prayers. It is your responsibility in your capacity as a parent in a family, in the house. It is your responsibility to intercede in the realms of the spirit on the behalf of your children. If only you want your children to become a successful, a profound, and much celebrated leader in the near future, that is your assignment. Lamentation 2:19. It says, rise up at night and intercede in the life of your children because of the recent happenings. You need that discernment of spirit to understand the intricate dynamics at play. What is happening in your life? Cast your mind into the society and spring back to life. 10, 5, 3, 2 years ago. Spring back to life and analyze your life. What is happening? Had there been any progress in your life? Because as humans, as day on, we need to keep adding blessings. Once our life seems to be stuck, impeded, where there's no progress, whilst your colleagues and other peers in the society are progressing, you are rather retrogressing. It's a sign that the devil is at work. The devil has launched an attack against you, and this sort of attack is impeding your progress. Sit down, spring back to life, cast your eyes into the society, analyze things yourself. How do you see things? Do you like what is happening in your life? The situation that you find yourself in, do you love it or you don't like it? If you don't like it, it has been ordained in your jurisdiction to change any unfavorable condition to suit how you want it to be. It has been ordained in your jurisdiction. You have that divine capacity, that divine mandate over your life to change things. Bible says this wonderful brother Jabez was cursed because the name itself is a sign that he was cursed. But he went on in his knees and began to revoke the curses that follows that said name Jabez. And God heard his prayers and revoke and retract every pronouncement and decree that has been made against this wonderful guy called Jabez. It is you and our responsibility to rise up and fight. This is the sad moment that we can utilize to put a stop to certain negative happenings in our life. Triumphing over adversities. As a default disciple of God, as a believer, you need to guard yourself with the armor of God. So many people are going through certain life challenges and they think it is normal. He said good things and things that are perfection comes directly from the Spirit of God. So once there is something happening in your life that does not suit to your taste, it's a sign that the devil is at work. The enemy wants you to go into captivity. The devil has launched an attack against you. When you have that divine capacity, that mandate to put a stop to whatever that is happening. Check your children. Last 3 years, last year, at first your child was very brilliant, intelligent. When he comes home with his end of terminal results, it was something to boast of. He or she always come out with a flying colors. But today, what can you see? The academic performance of your child keeps on diminishing. It keeps on reducing. Today, it has gotten to below the belt. What are you doing? It is your responsibility as a parent to rise up and do something about it. It is your responsibility. Yes, indeed. It is your responsibility. Why has people suddenly lost their sort of respect for you? Everybody looks down upon you. They don't have much regard and respect. Bible says that Jesus was favored in the sight of man, and in the sight of God too, Jesus was favored. But why are you not being favored in the sight of man? You work hard to please people. People don't appreciate you. Why? It's because the devil has launched an attack against you in the realms of the spirit. Overcoming spiritual adversities necessitates an introspective journey of self-reflection. So sit down and assess your life. Do you like it the way things are moving in your life? Does it necessarily suit to your taste, or you don't like it? If you don't like it, then it has been ordained in your jurisdiction. You have that divine mandate, that capacity to change things to favor yourself. It says, whatever that shall be bound here on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatever that has been set loose here on earth shall be loose in heaven. So you see, you have that spiritual jurisdiction, that capacity, that mandate, that divine authority to set loose whatever that the devil has bind and doesn't suit your taste. You have to set it loose. Whatever that the devil has set loose and it doesn't suit or connect your expectations, you have to bind it with the power of our Lord Jesus. In the face of faith, believers always encounter a daunting spiritual attacks. Daunting spiritual attacks that test the very core of their conviction. Sometimes you claim you're a believer. The devil will test you with all sorts of attacks. Our predecessors, they went through. Peter went through a series of challenges. Series of attack was launched against Peter. But these malevolent evil forces, demons and principalities that doesn't want the favor of humans. Once you're a believer and you believe in a true and sound doctrine of our wonderful Jesus, he tends to launch an attack against you. All sort of life unexpectancy will befall you because you are a believer. And it's part of our human life. Your life is under attack. Go into your spiritual hidings and begin to interact with the divine through prayers and fasting. When you look at your financial status quo, how do you see yourself? Economically, is things moving in your favor, or things are gradually getting out of hands? Nothing is favoring you anymore. In terms of economic wise, you are in a spiritual and physical state of bankruptcy. You don't have anything on you. Gradually, you are moving to the status quo of poverty. Things are slipping out of your hands. You are losing huge sums of money. Why is this happening to you? It is happening to you because there has been an attack in the rest of the spirit that the devil has launched against you. And you need to stand up and confront the attack. Man, the attack. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. You need to man man up the attack. The adversities in your life, you need to rise up and confront it. Check yourself. Your financial status. Is everything functioning normal? Is everything functioning well in your life? If you are selling something, a product, are people coming in to purchase your product? If not, why? Why will you carry such quality of products? And it seems people have turned a deaf ear. People are not even taking a look at your product. So gradually you are sinking financially. Do you like it? The negative storyline of your finances. Do you want it to happen the way it is happening to you? Or you don't like it? Your financial status doesn't suit your taste. You work so hard, but little money comes to you. Do you like it? Do you like it? Or you don't like it? If you don't like it, then rise up. Don't talk too much. When a believer tends to talk too much, the enemy uses such too much talking spirit as a loophole to gain access to certain part of your life. Because a man who talks too much always find themselves in troubles. People who talk too much always sink themselves into ocean of troubles and problems. Unexpected problems always before these people. So don't be a parrot in life where you talk too much. Instead of you to waste your time to talk about things that will not yield any positive dividends onto your life, go into your hidings and begin to interact with God. There might be a response to whatever that you put before God. Sit down and check it. How do you see yourself economically? In the realms of your finances, how do you see things? Do you want things the way things are moving? Does it suit your taste, or you detest it? If you detest it, then you have that capacity, the divine authority, the jurisdiction to change things to suit your taste. Sit down and assess things in your life, in your marriage and relationship. Do you want things to happen the way things are going? Do you really like the way your wife is treating you, or your husband is treating you? Do you like it, or you detest it? The recent happenings in your marriage, in your relationship with your fiancé, does it suit your taste, or you don't like it at all? If you don't like it, then you've got to change it. Whatever that, you see, Bible says that whatever seed that has been sown in our life, that was not planted by the Spirit of God, we have that maximum capacity to uproot it. which means whatever that happens to us that doesn't suit our taste, we have that rightful authorization to change things in between to favor our taste, to favor our condition. Thus says the Lord. Do you want it? The way things are going in your relationship, the way things are moving in your life, the way things are moving in the patterns of your bloodline. Look at what happened to your mother. Look at what happened to your father. Do you want to sit down, fold your hands, keep your mouth mute, and allow same to happen to you? The devil has launched attack against the personal life of your children. So it's like all your children, the blessings that God gave to you through procreation, all is being laid to waste. Why? Because you can see that the attitude of your children doesn't please the Spirit of God. Once the attitude of your children doesn't suit the taste of the divine Spirit, then it means all these procreated materials has been laid to waste. So do you want your children to go astray? Do you want them to behave the way they are behaving in the society? The way they are behaving that doesn't necessitate the glory of God in your life? Do you want things to happen in that way? If you don't want it, then you've got to change it. You've got to change it yourself. You need to rise up and pray, because we did not wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities and demons in the realms of the spirit. These are the sort of spirit that we're dealing with. It is your responsibility to rise up and fight. Many people's blessing has been intercepted in the realms of the spirit by demonic hijackers. Are you a pastor? Do you want God to flourish your ministry? Let me tell you, Moses, Joshua, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Micah, Ezekiel, Daniel, these people were successful in ministry because they were very prayerful. They never went a single day without necessitating the effect of prayer in your life. They never mirror in the life of these our predecessors who were prophets, the great Zadoks, Samuel, and these people. They never went a day without the effect of prayer. They effected their life with prayers. Very well, it is your responsibility. Rise up. Man of God, rise up. If you want God's blessing, so many men of God have become paragon of failure. And because of this, the sort of various attacks that has been launched against their ministry since start, they are not progressing. They are not enjoying the milk and honey in their ministry. Things have become very tough for them. Financially, they are lacking that ability, that capacity. You don't have that financial support in your ministry life. For somebody to walk in with their finances and support your ministry doesn't come by bread and butter. You need to work towards it. You need to fast, pray, and attack the satanic kingdom to release every stolen blessings of yours. Everything that belongs to you that has been stolen by the devil, your glory, your success, the favor of God upon your life has been intercepted by evil spirits. Let me tell you, people always complain, why me? Why me, Lord? Yet it is you, because you carry an extraordinary destiny here on earth. Just imagine the time of Jesus' birth. There were so many young males that were born as at his time, but the devil never launched an attack against him or against these newborn male children, because they never had any sort of competitive destiny. They never had any resounding destiny that would tend to shatter the powers of darkness. They never had any. But immediately Jesus was born, Bible says that the evil one, Satan, launched an attack, thereby invading Herod negatively by commanding Herod to authoritate people to exterminate the newborn male children as at the time of Jesus. Why? Because when Jesus was brought to the world, the devil, hiding in the realms of the spirit, saw that a star has come to this earth. A man that will make difference in his family life. A man that will make difference within his peers. A man through whom many shall be saved has been brought here on earth, which automatically pose a threat to the kingdom of the dark ones. So the devil had no option than to launch an attack against this said wonderful newborn baby Jesus. So the reason why negativity keeps on pounding at your doorsteps, it's necessary because you carry something different here on earth. That is why there have been some sort of attacks. The reason why your children are being attacked with all forms of sickness. Today, this one is sick. Once this one gets relieved, the other one goes on the sick bed. It means because your children carry something extraordinary. Because Moses, as a prophet of God, carries something different. So when Moses was born, in the realms of the spirit, there was an attack to the extent where Moses was left in a basket and threw onto the face of those that see as at his time. He was left in a basket and threw onto the face or the surface of the sea as at Moses' time. That was exactly that happened to the life. And when Pharaoh's daughter went to the banks of the sea just to enjoy the natural breeze, and then she went there to discover a newborn baby in a basket. Why did such negativity befall these people? It happened to them because they carried something extraordinary. It is you. Every day there's an attack on you because you carry something extraordinary. What you carry in the realms of the spirit, it's a threat to the kingdom of darkness. The man of God, they know that when they allow you to go scot-free and walk through the mysteries of life, when they allow your ministry to become successful, they know the number of people that can or that will be redeemed through you. All these thousands and millions of souls that are lost out there, the devil knows very well that when he lets you go scot-free and support your finances, gives you that platform, the devil knows exactly the number of people that can be saved. So the reason why the devil has launched an attack against you and things are not moving well in your ministry, there's ups and downs. Today the number increases, tomorrow it decreases. It's because the devil has launched such attack because you carry an extraordinary ministry. We all went through such challenge and we rose up and confront such attack or an adversity from the powers of darkness. So I am here to tell you to rise up and be equipped with the spirit of discernment and intellectual acuity, physically and spiritually, for you to be able to know what is exactly happening in your life. For you to understand that what is happening in your life is susceptible to paranormal. When we are talking about the elitist ones in the society, you are part of them. But why are you poor? Why are you poor? You are truly well sophisticated, very intelligent. You could be a barrister, a lawyer, a judge, a medical expert, a teacher, a professor, a lecturer. You are highly endowed with faculties that are more receptive, very intelligent. When we are talking about the intellectual acuity of you, it's highly uncomparable. But why are you suffering financially, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Barrister, Mr. Judge, Mr. Medical Doctor? Why are you suffering financially? Sometimes, if you are not even careful, your responsibilities, you cannot meet it. You are broke. Why? It's because look at how brilliant and intelligent you are. Such a colossus of your type. Why are you suffering in life? Everything is turning against your life. Why? It's because the devil knows very well that when he allows you to go scot-free without tampering with your destiny, allow you to be equipped financially, when the economic status of you increase, you can touch so many lives. And the devil doesn't want it in that way. You will attain to certain level of glory, because the devil doesn't want your name to be heard among the table of men. That is why he has launched an attack against your finances and has shattered your destiny with all the intelligence and knowledge that you have at your possession. Still, people cannot purchase you. You are not being found wealthy in the sight of people because there is an attack against you. Overcoming such adversities, you need to have such a profound understanding of the intricate dynamics at play. You need to understand it. That what is happening in your life is not something normal. It's something that is highly susceptible to paranormal. Don't turn your back against God. Where people, you see, sometimes when you find yourself in certain situations, people would love to walk in with all sorts of things. I know a man here who can help you. I know a man here who can help you. Who is the man that say it and it comes to pass when God hasn't given those people that mandate? Who is the man? Tell me. Who is a man here on earth that has an upper hand, that capacity to grace people, to bless people? Who is that man? It is only God that blesses. Don't turn your back against God. Rise up, transcending the face of adversities, triumphing over the attacks of the malevolent forces as a devout disciple of God. Rise up. God bless you. Pick the number on your screen. Send me a message if you want to talk to me regarding any situation that you're going through. You can pick up the message and do discuss with me. God bless you. Go on our social media handles and give us a terms of subscription so that when we upload a new video, you're going to be the first person to get it. God bless you and bless you. Catch me same time tomorrow. God bless you.